Hey everybody, it's Chugga Conroy. Welcome back to more Xenoblade Chronicles 2. Last time, we met Poppy and learned all there was to learn about her little, no matter what word I put there, it's going to sound creepy, but little inner workings, I guess? Yeah, I didn't really say face on that one. We learned everything there was related to her instead of just bashing open the Tiger machine with a sledgehammer and getting all the parts out of it that way to have an ultimately powerful blade. But I guess we can't desecrate Grandpipon Susu's memory. Oh well. This time, we've built up our numbers. We are now a group of 5. We are no longer just a group of 2 anymore. We are able to stand up to our entire Ardanian Empire. Nia's due to be executed in 3 days. Sounds like a perfect opportunity to go do some side quests, right? No? Sounds like an awkward time to go do side quests? Well, you see, the problem with that is they said that we have 3 days until she's executed, not 1.
What is inside box?
Poppy power.
Sweets or treats or socks?
Well, hopefully that cheered you up a little bit. The thing is, there's not really a good opportunity to go do these side quests for a long time. Oh, boosters. That's actually what I was talking about with the blades, with the core crystals back there. That does increase chances of getting specific elements. There's not a good chance to do this for a while, and if we're gonna go into our blades, Poppy doesn't even have level 1 for some of her skills yet. She just doesn't have these skills outright. And we could stand to build up a little trust, as well as with our new recruit Azami here, learn all about them, get into some fights, get some skills up. It would be a good opportunity to do it that's not gonna present itself for a while. So I'm gonna let you know right now that this video is entirely devoted to side quest content. Twaina. Oh, that's your name, yes. Why, if it isn't a driver, you just made Tora's life. You have no idea. Also, his shield is a Nopon, but it's upside down. That's really cool. She was hoping to see a driver too, Tora. Well, you see, I've got loads of fruit now thanks to this bumper harvest. I was just thinking I'd use it to make my famous fruit pie. Everyone gets a slice. I don't mean to brag, but everyone who tries my pie says it's something special. Yes, ask anyone. Twaina's pie, the tastiest in all of Torigoth. My husband nearly bursts his breeches stuffing himself when I make it. It was because of my pies that he wanted to marry me, he said. Oh, I'm sorry, I got a little bit carried away by blowing my own trumpet there. So the problem is, I'm actually a bit short on some of the things I need for my pie. The traders around here are hopeless for ingredients, so I was hoping some kind person would get them for me. Leave it to me! That's very kind of you. Could you get me a nice bit of hustle hyacinth and some mint fish? It's just not the same without those special ingredients. Putting fish in a pie, I see. Secret ingredients take all shapes and sizes. I heard about a German chocolate cake that uses Campbell's tomato soup as an ingredient, and it's actually really good, even though you wouldn't think it is. It's not exactly clear where to get these materials. In cases like this, I'm gonna be showing you the most probable location to find materials in. Off to Lida Oasis, an upper level ride of Gorma. I was actually a little sad that it was gonna be a rainy day today, and just wow, I love gray skies with colorful foregrounds so much, and the way it reflects into the water, We're actually getting both of the materials that we need right here and now. You can get, you get the Hustle Hyacinth from any flower collection point on the upper level. It just so happens the collection points right around here give both of the things that we need. Very effortless. Just like with enemies, skip travel points also serve as free farming. There's usually at least a few collection points right near every landmark, meaning that if you just know the spot that has the thing that you need, or if you know what each place is classified as, you're going to find it almost effortlessly. Personally, I wish there were icons in these collection points so you could see from a distance what they were before running over to them, but it was about 9 months before they thought of that idea. Only took 3 rounds to get the 7 little fishies you wanted. Here you go. Oh, thank you so much. Thanks to you, I'll be able to make my incredible pie. Well, I would be able if my stove hadn't broken down. Well, we've got this custom-made stove at home, you see. It's a real devil to fix when it breaks, and it's always breaking down. My husband's usually the one who sorts it out for me. It's one of those funny old machines which needs a tender touch. It reminds me of why I married him. Yes, actually, he's not just good with stoves. One time, this really nasty bunnet came to town, and he Oh, look at me, I'm getting carried away chattering again. Now what was I talking about? Oh yes, getting that funny old stove fixed. My husband's out cutting wood and I don't know when he'll be back, so I'm not sure how to get that stove fixed. You aren't any good at fixing stoves, are you? Rex, what is best course of action in this situation? I'm not sure myself, but if we can work together, I'm sure we can come up with something. Ah, I had a brainwave. Why don't you lot go find the craftsman who built our stove and bring him here? His name's Glyn. You'll find him at Torigoth Market, I bet. I'm so sorry to keep asking you to do all these favors, but could you go and get him for me? Leave it to me. Oh, thank you so much. I'll give you something really nice if you take care of this. Yes, just go find the manufacturer. He's just across town. It works out that we're in Torigoth Market because there's a couple things that I want to buy. How about we give the girl on the hill to a girl that we met on the hill? How romantic. What a thoughtful 9-day anniversary gift. 8-day anniversary gift because you didn't meet in the first episode. Here you go.
Thanks. I'll add it to my treasure trove.
Well, Rex liked the anniversary present more than Pyra did. Just wanted to show that Rex liked art because we were a little behind on seeing that. Glyn! Glyn, Glyn, Glyn! Glyn, Glyn, Glyn! I've reminded you of a commercial that has been in your subconscious for 10 years. Trust me, you remember it. Oh, what's up? Got a bit of a job for me, have you? Let Tora explain. Oh, I see. Twaina needs her stove sorted out again, does she? Well, I'm your man. The cost of the work will be about 3,000 gold, I'd say. I need payment up front, though. I'm a bit of a stickler for that. It's my wife, see? She goes bananas when I give people credit. Ah, you can't do credit. You even look like the guy who said it. Honestly, I'm more scared of getting an ear in from her than this bloody titan falling down. So if you don't mind, I need paying first for the sake of my sanity. Although, maybe there is one way I could do it for nothing. Tora, want info? Well, you see, there's something I wanted to give to my wife, you see. She's pretty fierce, but she does right by me, she does. So I wanted to get her this nifty little thing called a chain of keys. They don't sell any around here, though. Maybe you salvagers could fish one up from around here? That's the sort of thing you do, isn't it? Yes, get me a chain of keys, and I'll call it quits on fixing the stove. I'll be happy with the cash if you can't find one, though. Either way, I'm happy chappy. Let me know when you got it sorted. I gotta start saying that, happy chappy. That is such a charming little quirk to have in your speech. I gotta pick that up. Captain Podrag is still sitting around out here. After he got that phone call, he's just still sitting out here leaning up against the wall, depressed, not knowing what to do with himself. I love you, Podrag. You deserve better than this. For this quest, let's take a look at the item list for the first time. This is the list of every item in the order that you obtain it. If you're not quite sure if you really pick something up or not, you can go here really quickly without having to find what menu it's in. There's not really any other menu for just pure collectibles unless it's used for something like crafting or ox core, so this is a good thing to be aware of once in a while. By going to our treasures from salvaging, there's not anything here except for this trick mirror, so we don't already have a chain of keys. Silver cylinder, away!
Time for some treasure hunting. Yo. Huh. All right. This looks like it'll be something good.
Let's get into our first fight using Poppy.
Just watch your step, Tora.
And cool, we can actually use one of our arts at the beginning of the fight. Not that I'm going to right away. Tora's got some pretty slow. Oh God, I missed the timing on that atrociously though, but at least the attack looked cool. Poppy Alpha is a unique weapon class, the Drill Shield. We've seen that she's fully customizable, but to get into just how strong she is, she can potentially have the highest block rate in the game, which reduces damage by half when it goes off. She's very hard to bring down, but does next to no damage, has very slow auto attacks, and has trouble keeping aggro unless equipped just right.
Just so.
Basically, strict defense, and using her well hinges on Tora keeping aggro at all cost. Her art Big Boost is also probably our first topple art, so that's also good for helping the entire party. Never gets old. Chain of keys on the first drop. So, did you get it sorted then? Give him the money, or give him the chain of keys. Oh, thank you ever so much. That's a really big help to me. I'd never been able to get something like this with a little bit of money that my wife lets me spend. I'll head over to Twaina's and get this her stove fixed then. It'll be right as rain in no time. Ah, he made a funny. He made a funny. Wasn't raining today. The stars wouldn't have aligned for that. Sure, I'll turn in our common crap here for a little bit of extra cash while I'm here. And also I want to buy some more cylinders while I'm at it. Oh, there you are. The repairs are all done and dusted now. British thing or Xenoblade thing? I know Charla said that. Do it right, fast and cheap. That's my motto. Doesn't rhyme or anything, but it's still a good motto. Oh, hello there, driver. Thanks for helping me out so much. Everything okay now? I know, Tora, being called a driver for the very first time in your life, and the second time feels even better. It'll lose its luster after a while, but you can still enjoy it. Oh, makes me think of the day my husband brought it home, it does. Nice to think that this stove is still going strong like our marriage. Well, my husband's going to be home soon, so I'd best get cracking on this pie. I love how this guy is staring longingly at her of what he might have had if he didn't have his current wife. It's a family secret, this pie, you know, passed down through the generations. Oh, there I go again. Once I start talking, I can't stop. I feel you so much. I said I'd give you a little something for going to all that trouble, didn't I? I don't think it'll be enough if I just let you have a slice of pie. So I'll give you the recipe. Now you'll be able to make my fancy pie anytime you like. It's not easy, mind. Thank you so much. And you too can start putting fish in your fruity pies. Twina's recipe is our main reward there, aside from our gold, experience, and SP. We also got a key affinity reward on Azami and Poppy in just one side quest. See what I mean? Can be really good to go do quests. You get a lot of trust from these things. It's a lot better than just regular old battles. There's a treasure trove right there. Wold. Running a shop here, you get to hear all sorts of interesting gossip. It's right by the port, so we get to see lots of adventurers and merchants. For instance, did you know that every Titan has a few out-of-the-way spots known as secret areas? In Gormont, for instance, there's a place called Dawnview Grotto, which has the most exquisite view you ever saw. Part of the thrill of adventuring is to seek out the kinds of places and views that make you feel really alive. I came down here not only to talk to him and just hear his whole spiel, 'cause it's always so nice to hear how much natives love their homes, but to show there's 2 new shops here. Textiles are a new pouch item type. They just simply have lower affinity loss as their base effect, nothing exciting. I haven't gone over affinity in great detail, but some happenstance, such as dying and needing to be resurrected in battle, causes affinity to go down, and this softens the blow from it. Sadly, that sums up about 80% of pouch items. Decently useful effects, but very outclassed by better items. The Cosmopolitan Mutant of Arc here offers base affinity as the default effect on these items. Hunter's Chemistry 1 offers us 150 points, whereas the strongest item here is just 100. This is an Ox Core effect, not a pouch item effect.
Off we go.
Getting back in the kitchen.
I just thought of a great menu idea. Look forward to that later.
You thought of a good menu idea. Sunshine Pie. We have at least some of all the items necessary for this. Are you seeing a pattern here? My issue with Pyra's cooking is that even though, yes, it does give many items, you never have enough materials for this crap. Side quests eat them up, Ox Cores eat them up. And those things are just so much better than cooking items when you can just go to the store and buy perfectly good stuff. I'm sorry, Pyra, but I really do prefer store-bought to your home cooking.
Shall we?
But at least in this case, we know exactly where to find all the ingredients. This pond is actually a pretty good resource for everything that we need. Oh, right over by the pond, on the opposite side of where the landmark is. Here we go. Unfortunately, even though quests, main story objectives, everything else is super good about letting you know what you're supposed to be doing, there is no such help when it comes to crafting stuff. And it's the only feature this way. I didn't do any cooking on my first playthrough because I couldn't find any of these damn things. For a game that is usually so thoughtful in having convenient design and letting you know where things are, this one's gonna be a fail for me. But it doesn't all have to be that way. In every instance of us being able to complete a new recipe, I will show you on screen this recipe card that shows exactly where to get every item in it. I'm not showing you every one of these 4 recipes right now simply because we actually can't make some of them yet because they're in areas we don't have access to.
Look forward to that.
And again, there's nothing that tells you this. Sunshine, sunshine pie. Let's make that. Whatever you prefer. In theory, that could be grinded as much as you like. That's a pretty easy recipe if you just know about that trick, or walking laps around that pond will get it for you every 2 or 3 trips around. It's pretty mindless, but maybe Tiger isn't doing it for you as a cooldown at the end of the night. Could be good. We won't be using that. I think we'll just hold on to it. Out of these 4 recipes, the only other one that we can cook is the glitter bake, which we made already when we got the cooking tutorial, but we can make as many of these as we want without poking into all those sacks of food rotting in Tora's house that are gonna go uneaten. We can't tap into those, but we can go to the Bower Lounge in the Argentum Trade Guild, get the remaining stuff, and then cook up one. Thankfully, this is the only such mechanic in the game that doesn't tell you where to find anything. That kind of suits cooking, to be honest. I describe it as awesome, but impractical. The Sunshine Pie is a pretty decent chunk of less physical damage taken and higher HP recovery. Those effects are kind of nice, but again, why would I run around a pond for 5 minutes to get them? Hey Tora, you turned out to be a pretty good inventor after all. Guess you just had to find your wheelhouse. I thought of that one just now and it was just aching to get out of my bones. Anyway, up here. I wanted to walk out here manually because there's this strange creature over here. If we walk behind it, the game doesn't know where we are. See how the music changed to the field on the upper side of Gormott, even though we're in Torigoth? And then we walk back, and it fades out. I'm not gonna say literally unplayable, but literally unplayable. It's just one of those fun little things that I noticed after playing this for far too long, and I didn't want to have that knowledge go to waste, and now it didn't. Just up the road in the market, Bowery. Do you know about the shop called Li Xiao Greens? Ugh, that name is disgusting. No offense to anybody named Li Xiao in the comments, but it's awfully hard to pronounce. So maybe disgusting was not the right word, and maybe hard to pronounce was. Anyway, there's a girl who works there, Tene. She's such a bright and cheerful lass, but last month she lost her father. Her mother succumbed to illness a while ago, and it was just the 2 of them. I feel so bad for her now, all alone. She's got the brains to put out new products, no problem, but running a shop by herself must be hard. As you can probably tell, I'm worried about her, so I'd like you to save her business. Tora, want more info? First off, buy 1 piece of every product that's on offer. That'll let Tene know that you mean well. What that means is she'll let you buy the deeds to Li Xiao Greens. When you do that, you'll become the shop's owner. With me so far? Well, when I say owner, I don't mean like sharing the profits, but relax, there's plenty of benefits to it still. Tene will be relieved to know that someone like you has her back, and she'll be able to get on with things. And you'll get special boons too. For example, things like making harvesting easier or running faster. How about it? Can I count on you? Leave it to me. That's the right answer. Like I said before, first buy the whole selection of the goods at Tene's shop, including the new Pure Leaf Salad, of course. Well, off you go. The new Pure Leaf Salad was not in stock at the store before. That was entirely a new thing, just so this quest would still have purpose even if you'd already bought all the items. Here at Li Xiao Greens, we cook only the finest hand-picked gourmati veggies. Try our local specialties, seasoned with 10 flavor spice. I guarantee you'll love it. Crispy saute, Torigoth marinade, stuffed meaty carrot, and Pure Leaf Salad. Exit out, go back in, there's the deeds. Ooh. Mind unloading some of this stuff for me? I probably shouldn't have bought as much as I did. Oh yeah, that's right, I have to use the coiled ship pretty soon. By pressing minus, we can bring up the sort menu so we can see alphabetically what we have. I think I'll just sell inferior items compared to what we already have better versions of. I don't need all of these shell cameos and they're $5.50 a piece. I have no idea how to pronounce your shop, but that doesn't mean I can't take good care of it. This makes it so that we will have items fly into us more easily instead of having to always run over to go pick them up. This goes for HP potions, money, stuff dropped during battle, stuff dropped outside of battle. A very convenient item and a very good passive skill. It's always on and permanent. Thank you. It feels really great to see Tene smiling again. She's always been she's always been cheerful and kind, but also kind of stubborn. I know she doesn't need her old friends like me looking over her shoulder. She can stand on her own feet. I know this, but still, I can't help being a little worried, can I? I just wanted to give her a hand. Just a bit. With your help, I think she'll have found the confidence she needs for the shop she inherited to thrive. Everything is okay now? All worrying is over? Master Pawn, Poppy think you worry too hard. Oh, and also, you know it's not just Tenne's shop, right? Other businesses work much the same way. Yes, we do know that. You have to buy every item before they'll start selling the deeds. Buy that and you'll get a nice fat advantage. Different ones depending on the shop. One word of warning though. It's not every shop that'll offer their products from the get-go. Few do, in fact. In those cases, you'll have to raise the development level before they'll sell everything, letting you get the deeds. And sometimes, if they don't seem to offer the deeds no matter what, it's worth trying again in a little bit. Oh, so what you're saying is, save and reload, never actually commit to this. You have my gratitude. Thanks for everything. I can't believe you just called her advantage fat. All that's done. No money for it, though, despite how much we spent. Oh, just notice this detail. Those flotation devices that salvagers use for really big objects. You can actually see them. Whoa, that's not all that's for sale in this salvager's shop. I mean, he is a salvager after all, it makes sense. You thought I was going for that side quest, didn't you? Nope. Main driver.
No problem.
Looking at those wanted posters, are you? Well, now that you've seen that, I have to kill you. This is an example of fighting against another driver, and yeah, they tend to be tougher than your average foe. This guy's just around in town. No one really joins in to help him. I'm expecting this to be kind of hard. Because we don't have a healer, Tora's kind of limited to just however much HP he has, and I don't have that move that self-heals him either. We'll go for a level 1 special right here. I like this special a lot. Just the fact that it hits in a circle around Tora. It's a great move for getting lots of aggro really quickly, spreading around lots of damage. Probably might not hit very hard, but I still do enjoy it. Because he's another driver, he has arts of his own. He was doing perfect evasion there for a second. He can also toss his weapon to his blade and use a special. They have max affinity right now, so they're getting the buffs from that as well. Thank goodness our block rate goes up and we're low on health. Rex, if you could use an HP potion right now, that would be so nice of you. Whoa, that was close!
That means a lot to me, Rex.
Wow, fitting that she learned a skill called emergency mode right then and there. Let's open these up really quick. Shouldn't be doing any fighting or any questing without these.
For you is what keeps me going.
Okay, nothing all that bad. You can really tell the difference between a driver that uses core chips and a driver that doesn't use core chips. We'll go into this menu, and Azami, you're an attacker. We can't really afford another wing chip for you. I'm not gonna waste my coil chip on you, I'm sorry. I know how much I mean to you. So, something that I don't like about this whole weapon customization system. The revolver that she's carrying looks so cool and it matches her character well. That thing over there, it looks like some kind of mangled fish. I don't think it fits her at all. I prefer the way the default weapon looks, and I feel that way for so many blades. And I know that they didn't have to do it this way because it was more work for them to design all these not so good looking ones, and characters like Pyra don't change. The coil chip, I've given this a lot of thought, and I'm really torn. That auto attack stat on Pyra is a thing of beauty. She hits so hard. The problem is we wouldn't be getting critical hits that often, and her critical damage is such a strong part of her. We'd still get the blade combo extra damage, of course, and that's not gonna go anywhere. Poppy would get one hell of a block rate out of that. Tora would be blocking almost half the attacks coming his way, and that would add to survivability. But based on Poppy's performance there without even needing to really be healed, I think Pyra makes the most sense. We'll go without critical hits on her for a while, and it's not like they'll never happen. It'll just be extra hype whenever they do. Mahdi. Nature and greenery are the heart of Gormat. If you're after a souvenir, make sure it's real Gormati wood. Let's hear the details. Grand, isn't it? If there's one thing Torigoth has over the rest of Gormat, it's the quality of the trees. So of course you'll find better wooden craft work here than anywhere else in the land. All of it handmade too. Just take some of these beauties in your hands, I guarantee you'll be smitten. Meh, amazing. So, the wooden boxes, they're the only wooden things here. I mean, I guess someone had to craft them. Sjorg! Hello, friend. Some bigwigs in Morardane put a boatload of orders in, and now I don't even have time to scratch myself. All my furniture is made to order, you see. I only use the finest Gormati lumber to make our customers' furniture-related dreams come true. Amazing. If only I could be so lucky as to have furniture-related dreams. Actually, I haven't seen you around here. I've seen you a lot around here. Are you tourists? Yeah, you could say that. Any chance you might have seen my son Polly on your way here? No. Ah, okay, it's just that normally you should have come home by now. Really? I asked him to run an errand for me, you see, and he's not back yet. He's just a kid, so I can let him off with a little meandering, but sometimes you can't help but worry, you know? I tried negotiating some sort of deadline extension with our Ardanian client, but no dice. Not only that, they even threatened to sue me for all I have if I don't make the delivery, so I can't go looking myself. Eh? People these days, talking about public order so much that they forget about basic human decency. Ah, beg pardon, there I go again, mouthing off to poor travelers. Please pay me no mind. I'm sure it'll be fine. I'd like to help, if that's okay. Oh, no, please, I couldn't possibly ask you to... No worries. Thank you then. My boy Polly was headed off to the Way Tree, I believe. I hope you'll find him okay. Sounds like a place we can skip travel to, or fast travel if you are American.
We're here.
So?
Looks like a party. Doing this with only 2 drivers is going to be a bit of a challenge, so I'm very glad that we upgraded. How about, while we're doing this, I want to show off a zombie in battle, and we will get the Hunter's Chemistry bonus just so long as it's on one of our blades. That's kind of a weird distinction, but I'm going to start with Pyra just so we can get our specials up. Oh, I can't target them because there's a cutscene. Silly me, I had to walk forward 1 inch. Wing! Stay back! Stay back! Oh, I'm gonna claw hammer you so hard with my blade. Sorry to use you for threats, Pyra, but it's just kind of what happens when you're a living weapon. You understand. Our auto attack combo has already worn down this much of his health. This is incredible. Tora's drawn all the aggro, simply beautiful. I missed the timing on that. Seems to be a running trend for me, unfortunately, but I guess it has to happen sometimes. Tora, you get this going, you're gonna kill that guy, unfortunately. At least we spread around some damage, even if you do aggro that guy. Hit that. Stench is a new status. That makes it so that your blades won't want to go near you, and thus it's harder to maintain the threat. Clever idea for a status. What was this fight about again? Oh yeah, a zombie. Let's switch over to her. This is a desperation attacker, incredibly powerful under just the right circumstances, and probably the weakest blade that you'll still see on leaderboards. She is most defined by her first battle skill, All for Love. The lower the driver's HP by percentage, the more powerful her specials get. Her specials all do good damage and hit for even more when she's 30% or below on HP. If you ever have an effect that makes you hang on with 1 HP, use that and then just use a special with her. Pain of Longing increases her affinity when a fellow driver takes damage, so that makes her a really good choice for Rex here, as Tora is going to be the one taking the hits. And then Vendetta is ether spike damage, which sucks. Spike damage is not good and I'm almost dead. Whoa! Clutch! I was so excited when Tora died! I'm sorry, buddy, but just because that would be it was such a good opportunity to show what a zombie was capable of. You see that? At level 1, she got that big of a buff from being low on health. She saved our asses.
Just let me know if anything's
Vendetta?
troubling you.
Yeah, her special damage was insane, and the fact that it was an AoE, it just dealt with everything all at once. That was so good! A zombie, you rock! Man, I'm just everyone's having their lives made this video. Sorry you had to witness such carnage, Polly. That was a bloodbath. Thank you very much. I was picking Confusion Ivy, and then I sorta, stepped on some monsters. You stepped on a goggle? Good thing I'd been practicing all that tree climbing. Let Tora explain. Madasa, what? Oh no, I have to hurry up and collect what I came for. Are you all right? I think so, just about. Ow! I think I just twisted my ankle. Man, what do I do? Doc can't finish his work without that Confusion Ivy. I'd like to help if that's okay. You're gonna help? Gee, thanks. Maybe we should be fine with 7 more bits of Confusion Ivy. If you're looking near trees, you'll find it in no time. Ivy grows up trees, you see. The first time I played this, I thought "daw" was a British thing. The first time Tim played this, he thought "daw" was a typo. Turns out, no, it's just a Gormati dialect thing. It might have some Welsh origin, but I could find no actual evidence of that. It's just a thing that the Gormati say on a regular basis. For this specific collectible, I want to go back to Torigoth Arch. And generally, I have the easiest time finding this north of Torigoth. There's a lot of trees around here with collection points. They usually give me some pretty good luck. Now, if winning that fight is not coming easy to you, there is always doing a few more quests before doing this specific one. There was a reason why I saved it for a few quests in. I would recommend using Volcano. Tora using his level 1 special, followed up by Pyra using her level 2 special, means that you're going to be doing some intense damage over time. The best damage over time possible in the entire game at that. And because Pyra has that increased blade combo damage, it's just going to be hitting for so much. It has a base strength of 10% of whatever the special's damage was every second or so. And just the fact that she also increases that makes it even better. There's also Pyra's level 3 special, which with its increased critical chance and her critical damage skill, that's likely to just kill anything. You don't need a zombie to win, Pyra will do fine. That's usually the strategy for winning that fight. I just thought I would do something a lot more intense than that, and I'd say it paid off. Cooley Lake is the location. Anytime that there's a collection point and some wood around here, that's mainly what I'm wanting to look for. Oh, whoa! Psychedelic boy over there. I'm not gonna mess with you, no.
Come out.
I learned in school that the more cool looking a toad is, the more you want to stay away from it. Gonna give me a little sumpkin, huh? Looking around, I think this spot by the coast, I'll just grab what's here even though it's not gonna be what I need. I've yet to find a single Confusion Ivy. And I'm probably not gonna find it in this coastline either.
Come out.
No, all right.
And arrive.
Xeno's Deadbolt. Man, we're getting to meet Xeno himself? Hope he doesn't want his blade back. Puzzle tree wood, deer wood, no. I kind of thought that tree would have some of what I was looking for. This looks like kind of an IVE location. Is this gonna have it? We're gonna be going here soon anyway, so I thought it was a good time to explore this place and get some of the items that we need, but perhaps I was a little bit misguided in that attempt. The enemies are getting kind of strong too. Ugh. I'm gonna try that tree over yonder. I don't trust these little broggers with my life. Because they ain't so little. They big broggers. If you could have screenshotted my face in that moment, I'm sure it was making the face. Because it was the R sound. Oh no, 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 no. I sound like I'm singing the Back to the Future song from the NES. Maybe this was not as good of an idea as I thought.
What have we here?
Please give me what I want after coming through all that. Clarity Moss! No, I needed Confusion. Damn it! Oh, and even if we're not finding the thing that we want, it's still a good habit to get into to check all sorts of collection points just because we might need the stuff later. What? What?
Look out,
Excuse me? He landed on his head! That would have been worth giving up my life for. I've been looking around so long, Azami got enough flowers to level up botany. That enables us to get more flowers from flower collection points, so the rich get richer.
Depth.
I got a better idea. How about the giant tree just north of the way tree, right by where he was standing? There's a collection point at the foot of some wood.
Come out, come out.
Binding roots, clarity moss, still nothing. The pond is the answer to all life. Kind of philosophical when I put it that way. There's all sorts of wooden tree roots and trunks and stuff going in and out of the ground around here. I think this is probably where we got those 4 in the first place. That's the most frustrating thing, is when you have most of what you need and you just can't remember the one collection point that you found it in before. It's just driving you nuts. I found it! It's up here by where that dangerous bird of death was. That was where I had luck with it. Luck. Thankfully, there's a skip travel point that you should have by this point. If you don't, go get it, because there's that super good courtship, and you give the one with Nopon Wisdom and Argentum to Pyra, you can give the other one to someone else. Here, friend take. You got him? Awesome, thanks. 1, 2, yep, all here. Dal must be worried sick. I'm going back to town. Are you all right? I'll be fine. I wrapped some cloth around my ankle, see? I'm sure Da will want to reward your kindness, so make sure to stop by when you're in town. All right, later. Pow.
Your helmet makes for quite a snug berth, my boy. It's not my fault if you fall out during battle.
Ooh, he dropped a rare Nopon mask. I was just trying to be stupid when I was attacking you, though, but no, that... You can't really see a a numerical gain on this, but that's better than the common one that Tora had. You get a larger effect out of it. Sjorge, my son, Polly's finally come back. He says you helped him when he got attacked by monsters. And you even helped him collect the Confusion Ivy. I can't thank you enough. Looks like everything worked out. There's just one hitch. Something bothering, friend? There's a type of wood I need to finish the future. It's called Gormati Walnut. I was going to send Polly to the Nopon camp to fetch it, but, well, his ankle's all swollen and the doctor told him to let it rest for a spell. I even tried to ask some other folks, but no one seems to want anything to do with those Nopon. I guess I have no choice but to close up shop and go myself. Rex, shall we get to work on this right away? With you by my side, Pyra, I'm up to any challenge. Huh? No, come on. You've already found Polly. I couldn't possibly. No worries. Well, okay, if you're sure. Thank you so much for everything. You'll find the Nopon camp on the Garanti Plain in the Way Tree. You'll need to pick up 3 bits of Gormati Walnut from Nopon by the name of Mokumoku. Roger. Mokumoku knows how to lay his mitts on good lumber. I'll give him that, but I wish he wasn't such a conniving little... Never mind, just get those materials. I would say he's sending us to go do his shady dealings, and that might be true, but he's such a nice, wholesome dad that I can't help but just want to go do it anyway. And that, my friends, is how manipulation gets started, but I really don't think that he's doing that. I think he's all fine and good. Now, the problem is, yeah, that cave entrance is up there. There's no way in. It's actually just right there behind a tree. I got a little worried there for a second. I thought there was something we had to do that we haven't unlocked yet and that we couldn't get it. Hello there. He even looks like a burglar. He's got that sack on his back that every burglar has in cartoons. Could you be any more conspicuous? Welcome, friends, to Remote Wilderness. You want to make purchase? Let Tora explain. Oh, you sent by Sjorge. He want the Gormati Walnut. Gormati Walnut costs 10,000 G per bit. Friends want 3 bits, yes? That make 30,000 G total. Friends give money and job done. Huh? Friends surprised at pricey price? Oh, but there's no way around. Gormati Walnut grow with help from Titan. Friends know this, yes? And also know that many Titans grow weaker lately. Gormat also not unaffected. So material grade Gormati Walnut also in limited supply. Lumber get rarer, price get higher. Supply, demand, is basically law. Oh, I see. If friends short on currency will graciously accept trade of Muscle Branch. That also very precious, but admittedly hard to collect for Nopon. So what friends do? Buy with monies, or trade for stuff. Give them the goods. I have exactly 3! I have exactly 3! This brings me to another reason why I like side quests. Oftentimes, you will have the materials that you need for things without even trying. This has happened multiple times up to this point, and this is a great example of it. Because I'm showing you where every single material is, you won't have to worry about me already having it and not being able to use these videos as guides for whenever it doesn't happen to you. We all get lucky sometimes, we all get not so lucky other times. Regardless of whether I have the item or not, on screen you will always see the most probable collection point for the needed material. Here you go. We went through a lot to get this. You liar! Oh, that must have been heavy. Thanks for lugging it all the way here. Well, okay, I guess when you do think about it in that context, they had to carry logs here, 3 of them. Okay, it probably was quite a lot of work. We just didn't get to see it. With this, I'll definitely be able to make the finest furniture Gormot's ever seen, and on schedule too. Everything okay now? I've just got a thing or two to say about that uppity little Ardanian, but well, that's no reason to do a shoddy job, am I right? I've got my pride, as any artisan should. Wow, pretty impressive. I know that every craftsman in Torigoth feels the same way. Thank you, friends. Truly, I am in your debt. I don't want to think where I'd be if I hadn't talked to you back then. If at the end of your road you decide to settle down somewhere, I'll be more than honored to make you an armorer. Thank you so much. Emergency guard and evasion focus. These are desperation effects. Oh, you have something new to say. A lot of people do actually after quests are over. Thank you kindly for all your hard work. I was able to create some fine furniture thanks to you. I don't think my esteemed customer from More Ardaing will have room to complain now. My son's learned a valuable lesson too. Not so flippant about his errand running now, let me tell you. Those effects will improve evasion when HP is 30% or lower, and improve block rate when HP is 30% or lower. Emergency guard, not so good. Evasion focus, on the other hand, can be good on the right blade. Some blades can be evasion based, and this can really, really help whenever a tank is low on health. Unfortunately, Poppy specifically is not compatible. It's also funny that from this quest of all quests, we got items that support a desperation strategy. We got level 2 improving Poppy's block rate, and no other battle skills to be earned. A lot of these are just playing normally, it seems. That's quite a number of side quests done. But even though we're stopping, we're not stopping. I think that's gonna be enough for now. Next time on Xenoblade Chronicles 2, we continue with the side quests around Gormott. See you guys then. The race to find Nia.